We are not the first in our bloodline to make money. This was what I told my friend about 2 years ago when we were having discussions concerning money and all of that. And I told him, have you realized that all of us that grew up in middle-class families in Nigeria, we have the same story. It's the same pattern. Once upon a time, the father was doing well, had a good job, had a thriving business, was providing for the family, doing all his fatherly duties. Then suddenly something happened. He was either fired from his job, the government made a policy that halted his job, he got sick, something just happened, and then he crashed. And from there, it's now a struggle to bounce back. Many of them tried to bounce back, most of them never bounced back. And then what usually happens is that the woman now starts bearing extra burdens for the family. The woman now becomes the one providing for the family. The man enters a depression, doesn't have the motivation to do anything, he's just on the sidelines of life. And then they're now depending on the kids to become something so that the family can be uplifted again. The same story. Anybody that grew up in a lower middle class family, it's the same story. Making money was not their problem. At some point, you will be shocked if you hear the stories. At some point, they had a lot of money, but then they still crashed. Personally, my dad was a multi-millionaire when he was in his 30s. He was making millions, built a house in the village, right? Was doing really well until the government made a policy in 2007 in Abia State that literally crashed his business overnight. And at that point, questions were now being asked. Thank God for the kind of mother that I have and the kind of wife that he had, because she shielded us. Oh my God. My father struggled to bounce back until he eventually died. He tried his best, but didn't quite bounce back. And then he died. My mom ensured that my brother and I still had the best things that life could offer. You know that that song, Woman Commando? That is exactly what my mom is. That is an incredible woman. But the point is this, many of them knew how to make money. Making money is not the hard part, but that's all they knew. They just knew how to make money. They knew how to set up a business. They knew how to get a job and make some money. But there's a knowing how to make money, but you can never build wealth just by knowing how to make money. There's a knowing how to make money. There's a knowing how to save money. There's a knowing how to invest money. There's a knowing how to make money work for you. They had one and they were limited there. So you that you're seeing some consistent income now, don't sit on your laurels and think, nah, this is it. I'm making a lot of money. I'm making 20 million, 30 million. Let's say you're making 50 million naira and your major channel of customer acquisition is Instagram and Facebook because you've built a following of like 500,000 followers, and then your account is suspended tomorrow. Suddenly things have gone upside down for you. You have to start from scratch. Do you know that's the same thing that happened to them that is happening to you? You make one mistake and invest in something you're not supposed to invest in, and then you lose all that money. You realize that you're starting from scratch again. That's the same thing that happened to them. Many of them never bounced back. So understand diversification. Give yourself a personal MBA. Study finance. Know how to save money, but apart from knowing how to save money, know investment channels. Do you know how long it took me to even know that there's something called mutual funds? If not, do you know how long it took me? I was already making millions years ago before I realized that there was something called mutual funds, money market mutual funds account. All the money that was just sitting in my account dormant could have been making money from me in mutual funds account. But this was knowledge. Thank God I even still got it early. But there are people that still don't know till today. Do you understand investment dynamics? Do you know why you should not put your money in certain kinds of businesses and why you should put your money in other kinds? Do you know what to do with the money that you have in your hands? It's not about making money. That's the easy part. Now, what do you do with it to make you more? How do you reduce risk drastically and increase your chances of multiplication? Do you have that? If you don't have that and you're not putting yourself through these lessons intentional, what breaks that cycle is intentionality, is knowledge with intentionality. Last time I made a video like this, I had a lot of people saying, please, where do we start? I would like to see some of these resources. So I am going to give you the playlist that I've created for myself, like my own personal MBA playlist. Some of the videos that I've watched consistently to give me an edge, they contain the basics, both the basics of finance, what you need to do, action steps. I call it the Fund Advisor, and we are going to get it across to you.